you're welcome back. And I was just educating Nimwizi here. Hi, good morning. How you doing?
Good morning. How are you?
I'm not bad at all. It's good
awesome.
to see you.
Awesome. Good to see you.
Yes, I was explaining to Inimwa the difference between the school she attended and the college that I was privileged enough to be a part of. But we'll talk more about that another day. Let's look at what's happening on the streets. All right, we'll start with Gifford Road this morning. And traffic is looking pretty ordinary. It's starting to build up. You can see that the tailbacks, whatever the right term is, the traffic is backing up all the way to the Burma Camp roundabout from Elwak going backwards. So it's it's looking like it'll be a tough day for most of you if you're not yet on this stretch. Right, let's see what else is happening in the city. Tetekwashi is a good place to look, and check that out. Pretty calm, pretty quiet. Not yet manic, as you would expect at this time of the morning, but I'm sure it won't be this serene for long. Okay, moving on. And this is the Tema end of the Accra-Tema motorway. And you can see that there's almost no vehicle joining the motorway at the moment, which is strange. And I mean, no vehicles coming off the motorway, but there are a few joining it. Yeah. Still quite strange for this time of the morning. All right, well, that's what we can show you today. Let's have a quick look in the newspapers here. Good morning, Nimwizi.
Good morning, Coach Youngson. I'm very good, thank you.
Your fellow old students of the school, I greet you all. And,
I will not.
I think you guys are wonderful.
Engage.
I think you guys are wonderful. It's adorable how you make, little contributions to the nation's growth.
Little contributions.
Little contributions here and there.
Little contributions.
Yeah. I mean, we are all involved in building our motherland, and you guys are doing a great job. And
well, thank you.
I commend you for it.
That's very, very nice of you, considering.
One day people might even think that you have done almost as well as old students of St. Augustine's College. But that's still in the future.
Okay, all right, I will not mind you this morning, but you'll hear from the Wesley Girls High School Old Girls Association. So yes, you'll hear from us.
My sisters went there.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I had no idea.
They did.
That must account for how you turned out, their influence on you.
Well, I mean, we couldn't send them to Augusta School. We couldn't. It just was impossible. So
the next best thing was.
And I think they've made the best out of that situation. And
okay, Coach Yankson, you're making a very good case for St. Augustine's this morning, but yeah, all right.
All right, let's have a look through the papers. I have the Daily Guide, the Daily Graphic, the ABC News, a few papers that don't often make a showing, the Economy Times, and something called the Hawk.
Yes.
I'm going to reserve my judgment on that until we read the headlines from it. But that's what I've got.
I have the Finder, the Ghanaian Times, the Daily Dispatch, the Custodian, and the Vanguard.
Right, okay.
All right.
I'll let you go first.
Okay, so on the front page of the Finder this morning, EC rolls out plan. Limited registration exercise starts on June the 7th. New biometric machines to be purchased, but costs not revealed. Ooh. I know. Government to guard against risks highlighted in the EIU's report. I'm guessing they're talking about the report that said that most likely President Akufo-Addo will win the 2020 elections. Methodist Girls SHS wins 2019 World RoboFest competition.
Wow.
Congratulations to you guys.
Well done.
Absolutely amazing.
Well done.
Yes.
Congratulations to them.
Okay, and moving on to the Ghanaian Times. And this morning on the front page of the Ghanaian Times, there's actually a picture of Stoneboy and Shatawale, both of them looking very gentlemanly, I must say, because they're both in suits, but oh well. 2019 VGMA fracas, Stoneboy, Shatawale charged for offensive conduct act tending to disturb public peace. A really sad story on the front page of the Ghanaian Times. Asamoah Gyan retires from the Black Stars. I'll bring you more on that story a little later on. Government sets up SDGs delivery fund, that's according to the Vice President. And there's this story that has been developing. Private developer not constructing office complex on Parks Gardens land. That's according to the minister. On the back page of the Ghanaian Times, Solidarity March against GMOs has been held in Accra, and the Korean International Cooperation Agency has donated 7 motorbikes for farming supervision. That's the Ghanaian Times.
Indeed.
On the front page of the Daily Dispatch, NPA is committed to ensuring total safety and culture. That's according to Al-Hassan Tampoli. Asamajan to miss 2019 AFCON retires. Now, Asamajan has given us so many heart-wrenching and pulse-palpitating moments in his career.
Palpitating, a word of the day from Enimwa Edimado.
No, that's
in association
no.
with Wesley Girls High School.
Okay, all right, Kujayaksa. Government likely to tax Momo transactions of 233 billion Ghana cedis a year, and NDC marks 5 years of PV Obing's passing. May his soul continue to rest in peace. The custodian, we don't trust you. Mahama tells EC chair. Well, there finally has been said. I think we've known this all along. Government targets cashless system to boost revenue. NDC joins demo for shutdown FM stations, and Green Street shoots for Ghana. That's the custodian. And finally, I have the Vanguard. Volta Group pummels Mahama. It says, we thought you a lesson.
Hey, they thought.
I'm presuming they want to say we taught you a lesson, but we thought, or maybe there's some hidden, yeah.
Maybe.
Okay.
Maybe it's a play on words,
maybe
style.
I doubt, but free SHS has come to stay. That's according to the president. Government to meet Shatta and Stoneboy. That's according to the tourism minister.
Government to meet them?
Yep.
Hey.
The government, I don't know. We'll find out.
These two are being charged with crimes.
So why is the government going to meet them?
But it does point to the massive command that they have over their followers.
Okay, so as usual, I think maybe the headline was a little sensational. The story is actually that Ghana's Minister of Tourism, Culture and Creative Arts, Mrs. Barbara Otinga-J, has revealed that her ministry will engage Ghanaian reggae dancehall. So the minister is going to speak to them.
That is
I think, which is, yes, it's his, but it's also expected to a large extent, isn't it? Because they really do have, they have a movement and a nation. What do you have? Apart from Jesus?
Compound house. Not everybody is on my side. All right, let's very quickly go through the Daily Guide, the Daily Graphic, the ABC News, the Economy Times, and the Hawk. The Hawk. Okay, let's start with the Daily Guide. Cops grab Stoneboy and Shatawale guns. Cocobot blew $93.5 million on untested fertilizer under Upuni. So their guns actually have been grabbed, according to the Daily Guide. Accra underwater again. Tired of it. Stop attacking EC. That's what the government is saying. 1 killed in Kunkumba Chokosi clashes. On the back page, the big story. Jan quits Black Stars. Baby jet. Also, we have to sacrifice, Partey tells Stars. And a 31-year-old referee collapsed during a Bolivian league match and died. Sad. AFCON Prelude hits screens tomorrow. And that is the Daily Guide. The Daily Graphic next. Limited voter registration begins June 7. Exercise takes place in district offices, selected electoral areas. Asamoah retires over captaincy, and that's on the front page of the Daily Graphic. Police search for man who handed pistol to Stoneboy. Yeah. You know, I made that point yesterday about the fact that the person who handed the pistol to Stoneboy, we need to ask whether that person is also licensed to carry a gun, because he certainly was carrying it. All right, help families of kidnapped girls deal with trauma. Bright Appiah tells government. And on the back page, 2 development stories. 1 dead in renewed Kunkumba Chokosi conflict. And floods inundate communities after downpour in Accra. Actually, we shouldn't call these development stories. These are retrogression stories.
They are very rich because they've retrogressed.
We have,
what I wanted to say.
ABC News, on the side of truth. That's their tagline. Mahama prepares for 2020 defeat, says EC boss, not neutral. Oh.
Yeah, no wonder Mahama said we don't trust you on the front page of the Custodian. Yeah.
Tourism Ministry to engage Musica and others over Shatawale Stoneboy beef. Samira Baumia attends 72nd World Health Assembly session in Geneva. Yep, she's been to a few of these in the past. Invited her again. Okay, on the back page, Tourism Ministry to engage Musica and others. Oh, yeah, I told you about that already. And that is the ABC News. Let's look at the Economy Times. Government to raise 12 billion Ghana cedis from local market. That's a lot of Ghana cedis. EIU forecasts widening fiscal deficit. And Bank of Ghana reviews the health of the economy, likely to tighten policy rate. All right then. Okay, so let's have a look at this paper. It's making the first appearance in my experience. The Hawk newspaper. The tagline is Nation First. And here are the headlines. Government plans tax on mobile money. George Anda. NDC is a cocaine dealers party, says Aduma Kubefi. GEPA caught in another fraud. Blows $19,000 yearly on rent. Replaces permanent staff with contract staff. And here they've spelled staff with an S at the end. So I'm guessing they're talking about long sticks used for walking by prophets. So they've replaced their permanent long sticks used for walking by prophets with contract long sticks used for walking by prophets, according to the Hawk newspaper. You're welcome to our table, please. Spell properly next time. Right then, so there we are.
Right, okay. So like I was telling you earlier on, Methodist Girls SHS wins the 2019 RoboFest competition. So Methodist High School is in Manfe, it's in Equiapim, and they've won this. There were, I think, over 600 students competing in this event from May 16th to May 18th. But they took first place. So what they did was that they were set to build a robot which arranges boxes according to a binary number. And the binary number is unveiled when all the robots are impounded. And they took first place. India took second place, and Michigan. So the U.S. took third place. I was so proud of them.
But that is amazing.
It's absolutely amazing.
I mean, to beat India and,
it looks
like the Americans sent their separate states in there, because Michigan is where, of course, where you'll find Detroit, which is where the automobile industry began. With Ford, and even to this day, a lot of innovation in vehicles, which obviously involves a lot of robotics. It still continues to be done. India, of course, is that big emerging technology giant, getting involved in everything, really. People are going to India now for everything. The best quality at the best prices, really, when it comes to technology. And that's amazing that a Ghanaian school will beat schools from this area where they are deliberately training their kids to fill in, jobs in these markets.
And
fantastic.
We should say a good morning to Dr. Ashite Trebiolenu. He is the one who organized all of this. So he has a company or a school, RISE, the Robotics Academy Foundation, and they handle the training and stuff of these girls, and of course of the competition that is held in Ghana to pick the winner. So thank you for that, because it's actually not a mainstream subject. It's not something that all the schools are doing. And this
is a girls' school.
It's a girls'.
That's what warms my heart. We're trying so hard to improve our numbers when it comes to girls in STEM, and this is fantastic. I can't get my head around it.
I know, it's
this is brilliant. Methodist Girls SHS. Look, all students of Methodist Girls SHS, you must be very proud.
Very proud.
This is a reason to support your school even more.
Yes.
And see them rise to higher heights.
Yep.
What brilliant news.
World RoboFest competition.
Wow.
So for those of you out there who are focused on slaying and doing all of that, there's some women out there who are doing great things. Perhaps you should join that league.
Please.
Perhaps.
Please. Depending on how you slay.
No,
You
I'm
could
not
also be
talking.
doing a
I'm not
great
talking
thing.
about the positive slayers. I'm talking about the slay. They have a name for them. The women who sit in the mall looking pretty, hoping to pick up.
They sit in the mall looking pretty.
Mm-hmm.
Why do I never see them? Where are they?
They run away when they see you, maybe.
Or perhaps they're not as pretty as you think.
So that's some good
yeah,
news.
I'm really pleased. Okay, I can't stop. I can't stop gushing about this. This is such a heartwarming story. I think we should make as much noise about this school as we can.
Yes, of course.
We should send teams there, do stories about them. What's different? What's in the water?
And speak to them when they come back.
Absolutely.
How about that?
I'll go to
I
the
think that
airport
would
and
be
meet them
amazing.
myself. Brilliant.
Yes,
Brilliant,
yes.
brilliant.
So
Honestly.
Congratulations, Methodist girls.
What an inspiration.
Yes,
What an
absolutely. Another inspirational story, sort of, which has become non-inspirational, is Asamoah's story, because he has inspired us over the years. Look, I can remember the number of times I have watched AFCON or Ghana playing, and you're standing there in your heart. What I do is I stand outside of the door and I'm peeping because my heart can't take us losing or there's a penalty and stuff. So Asamoah has given us some pretty amazing moments.
Not just pretty amazing moments. He has given us everything.
He has.
Everything. He has never gone on a pitch and performed at 50%. It's never happened. But now he's made a decision, hasn't he?
Yes, he has. So I'm going to summarize his press statement. And it says, decision to recuse myself from AFCON 2019, Egypt, and retire from the national team. Now, he starts with a quote. He says, my mother once told me, you cannot tout a decision you did not take as betrayal because you have to expect it. I still do not understand that statement. Anyway, I cannot pretend to be happy. I would rather hurt myself emotionally and psychologically. Over the years, I have served with an open heart and I've given my all to the best of my ability in my quest to serving our great nation. I have represented the proud colors of our country in 10 major tournaments, from the Olympics, World Cup, and in African Nation Cups with different coaches. In all, I would say the last years have been the proudest moments in my career as a captain under the managerial leadership of Coach Appiah. I stood solidly behind my coach during the difficult times in Brazil, and in some cases supported the endeavors of the team financially when the need arose to make sure his tenure and my captaincy would not suffer challenges, and to ride with the assertion a Ghanaian coach can do it. As an active footballer, yet to retire, I've been in the team since 2003 and have played with some members of the technical team who were my seniors. Through such periods, there were no times substantive captains were part of a team in a tournament and had to surrender their captaincy to other players and serve in different capacities. Mr. Richard Kingston and Stephen Appiah would be in the best position to understand this. My team, my family, and fans have had reasons to whisper the trend of reportage and articles either to substantiate my exclusion or inclusion, and again, rumored roles I am to play at the AFCON in Egypt. In all, my answers have been respect the decision of the coach, because the records under the year per game minutes and goals for all attackers are evidence to guide his decision. Upon consultation with my family and team, and as an active footballer and captain of the national team, if the decision of the coach is to give captaincy of the tournament to another player whilst I am named in the team for the tournament, I wish to recuse myself from the tournament. I also wish to retire from the national team permanently, not pretending my presence would not fuel the purported undermining the country has seen under my captaincy. I would continue to serve the country Ghana in other endeavors as a businessman through various investments. I want to thank the father of the nation, His Excellency, lists all the former presidents, my teammates from 2003 to date, many of whom have become friends for life, and all the coaches I have worked with. I'd also like to thank journalists and all my fans who have supported and traveled the world with the team. I wish the technical team and the players the best of luck. Signed, Asamoah.
Do you know, I read that statement. I read it last night, read it again this morning, and by the end of it, I had just one question. What is he on about? I'm not sure I understand.
Okay,
I get that the captaincy has been taken away from him. He's very unhappy about that and has decided this is the time to, retire. Because he's not going to go with them if he's not going to be captain. But I don't understand anything else. What else is, what's okay, all the things he's saying?
So he's given us contextual background to the sacrifices he's made, the part he's played in the team. He's really just solidifying the fact that, you know, he feels that he is at the heart of this team and that he's very hurt. I think it comes through in every line how hurt he is about the fact that the captaincy has been taken away from him. Do I think he could have done it in less words? Yes, definitely. But I think we should allow the man to talk about how he feels. He's allowed to.
Yeah, but are we not allowed to understand?
Well, but you've understood. Why do you look so pained? You summarized it that he's hurt.
Yeah,
so
I get that. But is that it? Because he said a lot of other things besides that.
He's hurt. He's saying, yeah, that's all that he's saying is that he's
look,
very
honestly,
hurt.
I feel like I would like to pay a visit to his mother and see if perhaps we can get some understanding from that angle of the quote. You know, go with the dictionary maybe, you know, this thing about you can't tout a decision that you didn't make as betrayal.
Yeah, you cannot tout a decision you did not take as betrayal because you have to expect it.
Expect what?
Expect the betrayal and expect the decision at some point.
This one, you have swerved yourself. You just swerved yourself. Right in that moment, you suddenly confused your own self. I saw it in your eyes when you just, it was
I didn't
lost.
Look, you cannot tout a decision you did not take as betrayal because you have to expect it. So you have to expect that at some point, a decision will be made which you have no influence over, which ultimately will be a betrayal. Please, this is the statement. Let's move on to the substantive issue. Which is
all right. The substantive issue is important.
Yes.
Asamoah Gyan, look, I don't think in our history we have observed, and I'm saying observed because there may have been others we didn't observe, but I don't think we have observed a player who has never brought less than his all
to every game. Yeah.
So sometimes, you know, when he misses penalties or he misses chances, or, you know, the winning moment is down to him and he's just unable to execute, I feel worse for him than I feel for
us. Yeah, because you see how he's poured out his heart and his soul, but he makes up for it with beautiful music. Except that he hasn't released any recently, so maybe
that's where the focus is going to go from now. But you know, he doesn't only miss chances; he scores amazing goals. He's our top goal scorer. I mean, let that thing sink into our heads. So he's our best performer. He is.
Yeah, he is.
So that amount of disappointment that we attach to him is so unwarranted.
It is.
The best baseball player in history is called Babe Ruth.
Yeah, I know that.
He has records that are yet to be broken. For example, during his time, he hit the most home runs any baseball player has ever hit. But he's the same guy who also has the most strikeouts, which is when you miss the ball and you miss it 3 times and you're off.
And you're off. But you know
he has the most.
You know the quote about the man in the arena? You know what I mean?
That's Asamoah Gyan.
Yeah.
Roosevelt was talking about Asamoah Gyan.
Yeah.
It's such a pity. I mean, I wish that there was some way of this parting
being more,
Yeah.
But we wish you all the best, Asamoah Gyan, and on our behalf and on the behalf of all Ghanaians, thank you for giving us so much of yourself, so many years of good football, good music, and so many other antics as well. But good morning to you, and hang in there. There will be a brighter day, like Sarkodie's song says. Yes.
Absolutely.
And do we have time to just bring the update on the
I think our time is up, unfortunately. Yeah.
All right.
It's time for us to do sports, and no doubt we'll be hearing a bit more about this Asamoah Gyan situation. So Benedict and the team will be here with sports. I'm just going to spend a few minutes in a corner somewhere celebrating the life of Asamoah Gyan with my very own Iwole Monko.